Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Double go. That's the way. Check that.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP time.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Bengals.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the Saints' 46-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy, Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. They're going to look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Here's Harris throwing on first down. Open man is Uzomah. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 33 and a first.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to Mixon on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards on the ground.
First down, Cincinnati.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They run the counter. Hines. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Ready, ready. Get the flag. Yeah, come on. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Go. 58, boy. 58. 58. Mike. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Harris. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Hey, high 7. Now.
Go get him. Go get him. 59.
Now.
2nd and 9 now. Rodgers brings it in. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Check 15. Check 15. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Harris now going to throw again. Looking long for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Greystone travel. Hey, Wahoo! Go.
Motion, motion, motion. Check 43.
Hit it.
2nd and 11. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield.
Check that. We're going to right here. All day, dog. Slam.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 50 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he's got Rodgers. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 14.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Show it up.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. 49.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. 36. Shit.
Harris to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that sack block.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Wild Bill.
Now Harris throwing on 3rd and long. Dwayne Smoot, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll take it at the 42. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Let's go. 60 outlaw, recon, 132 fighter.
Here I come again.
Fire.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They run the counter. Mixon. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And this one is right down the middle, and that will swell the lead to 16. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dwayne Smoot, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. Harris. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing on third and long. Harris. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Here's Drew Kaiser now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Back to throw. Harris. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Harris. And that will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out of...
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run with Hines. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Back to throw. Harris. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
I got it. 57's the mic.
To throw is Harris. Throwing on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dwayne Smoot, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Set, ready, 30 base.
Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. Yeah.
On 1st down, Mixon. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Ready,
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Bang, 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 bang. Switch, switch. Check, 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 check.
Yes, yes.
Man, move it. You got to get there.
Check, deep grip, deep grip.
Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So he's got another field goal, his 4th now in the game. He's making it look easy out there.
He certainly is, and they're always aiming for a swing of the leg that repeats under pressure, right? So nothing's different. He's got that right now because confidence is breeding confidence.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Blue draw Corkers.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Let go.
On first down, Lutz. He gets it here to Peak. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go now. Mike, 15 on it. 15 on it. I got one. Pause. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. I'm on. Mike's 57.
2nd and 14. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's Harris. From the gun, he'll throw. Going up top. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, New Orleans. Sharon Peak, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 4. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and the Bengals have a first down. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end Drew Sample. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
2nd and 6. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dwayne Smoot in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Saints on third down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever. Harris now, operating from the gun. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Harris throwing again. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Watch 57. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Bound to lose one. Ball shot. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Now Harris to throw on third down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Harris. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Harris. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Saints on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Harris Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To throw is Harris. Throwing on 4th down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Harris on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Harris now. Going to throw again. Looking for Campbell. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The Saints on 3rd down, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
61, matchbox light.
He don't want it. Shoot. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Switch.
Hey, seam 6. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Check three. Spot.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon.
Rush in.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Go, go, go!
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
64, quick. Get ready.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Harris on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now Harris to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
57's the Mike. Rock 57. Let's go. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Here we go. Talk. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun, Harris. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. On 1st and 10, Harris. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Harris. Throwing again. He's going to let it. It's caught at the 10.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Harris. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Sharon Peak. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Ready up.
59. Mike's 59. Yeah.
Shoot.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.